Joao Felix is on the market, as confirmed by the CEO of Atletico Madrid, with the latest rumours suggesting that Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, PSG and Bayern Munich are in line for the forward's signature, with Atletico seeking a fee of around £100 million for the 23-year-old. But what type of profile is Joao Felix and which club would he suit best? It's no secret that Joao Felix isn't a traditional centre-forward, predominantly playing as a second striker in his career so far. Felix has usually operated in a front two, with only the rare appearance as a lone centre-forward. This profile of a forward, who is more of a chance creator and a link-up player as opposed to a penalty box striker who specialises in finishing, is usually best operating in a team who are yet to perfect the build-up structure and struggle to create multiple high-quality chances consistently, with two big examples of teams like this being Manchester United and Chelsea, who have both struggled to generate high values of expected goals so far this season, being outperformed by teams like Fulham, Leeds, Brentford and Brighton. Additionally, a player like Joao Felix will need direct players around him, who are able to make inside runs and offer a threat in behind defences. Players such as Marcus Rashford at Manchester United, Raheem Sterling at Chelsea and Kylian Mbappe at PSG. Felix is a nightmare for the opposition, dropping in between the defensive and midfield lines constantly, and this movement paired with his immense tactical ability forces defenders out of the back line. This type of profile is so effective at disorganising the opposition shape, and it's why players like Felix operate best when surrounded by players who can take advantage of the space created. As mentioned before, Felix excels in technical ability. His close control in tight spaces is some of the best I've seen among the current generation of players. Felix is incredibly two-footed in these scenarios, which, coupled with his ability to always be in control of the ball, allows him to find space and retain possession easily. The Portuguese is amongst the elite in terms of progression, both through passes and carries, and he's just as capable of beating defenders on the outside as he is cutting inside, providing an element of unpredictability in his game. At Atletico Madrid, Felix has never reached the goal return that he managed at Benfica in the 2018-19 season, where he scored 20 goals in 43 matches, with his best goal scoring season being in both 2021 and 21-22, where he recorded 10 goals. However, the Portuguese has overperformed his expected goals in 4 of his last 5 seasons, with the only underperformance coming in his first season at Atletico Madrid. Simeone's side are notorious for the defensive record, but have struggled to compete with the league's best sides in terms of chance creation, which is highlighted perfectly by their expected goals return each season compared to the other top clubs. Felix has also been utilised more as a creative-based player under Simeone, and is much less active in the opposition penalty area compared to his time at Benfica, but the numbers suggest that his goal tally should return to a similar level to that of when he was at Benfica, when he is utilised in a similar role. Although his more creative role at Atletico Madrid has undoubtedly made him a more rounded player, especially from a defensive standpoint. Since joining Atletico, Felix's interception numbers have skyrocketed, becoming more aggressive in the defensive department of his role under Simeone, a tool which will undoubtedly be appreciated by his next manager. It's no surprise at all that Europe's top clubs are lining up at the possibility of signing Joao Felix. The 23-year-old is still one of the most exciting prospects in world football, as we saw in glimpses at the World Cup despite the youngster being played in a more unfamiliar role. Felix would suit most systems amongst the top clubs in Europe, as playing with inside forwards is extremely common, but whoever does land the signing of Joao Felix will have one of the most technically gifted players in football, with plenty of time to develop further. But if it was up to you, would you sign Joao Felix at your club?